Hello everyone, I'd like to show you our virtual studio system, which is powered by CryEngine. For us, we are a company located in Beijing, China. We design and manufacture the software that are used in professional video era widely, like nonlinear video editing system and the virtual studio system. As you can see, the picture on the left side is the interface of our linear video editing system. The right side is our virtual studio system. Part 1. What we have achieved with CryEngine and what functions we now possess. Our virtual studio system is based on CryEngine 5.6.7 an official website, but we have rewrite the dynamic library to adapt AI trigger, a vehicle, and other features that didn't supplied in the original CryEngine. So right now, our Virtual Studio system can adjust the regular sandbox projection without DLFS changes and are different from the official version sandbox. So as you can see, our sandbox supports some legacy entity and some other features like the triggers tune of a vehicle that official version of CryEngine didn't support. And for now, we support AI flow graph invoking and particle FX and all the image functions like shadows, different shaders, environment file invoking. Pretty much everything that CryEngine supplies on the website has been fit into our Virtual Studio system. The main functions the prototype now supports are as follows. First, Full HD and 4K video camera signal input and output. We support up to 5 channels, including SDI, HDI, HDMI, and the streaming input and output. We support 3 bands capture card, including Blackmagic Design, RedLink, and Matrox. And we highly recommend Blackmagic Design because it's cheaper and have very amazing performance. 2. High quality chroma key with hair and water preserve competence. And you can see the picture on the right side. It can chroma the water and the hair. 3. Hardware and software camera tracking system in Virtual Studio system. Our Virtual Studio system supports software camera tracking, and also we support hardware camera tracking like a camera pan, the some UWB sensors and other sensors. For flow graph and the environment file invoking in Virtual Studio system and the key control directly, we can invoke the flow graph and the environment file directly in the system. 5. Video monitor. We can monitor the input video and output video in the system. And we also can control the voice of the input channel or the output channel. 6. Virtual Studio recording with 3 different formats. For now we support MPEG 2, MP4, MP4 with H.264. We also support the changeable file code rate. If you want a bigger file with a greater image quality or a lower file with a lower image quality, you can change to anything you want. 7. Live streaming with RTMP, RTSP, UDP protocol. If you are familiar with live streaming, you probably get what that means. 8. Hardware control. We support hardware customize the hardware keyboard to control the system. 9. Chinese support sandbox. For now, the sandbox supports Chinese on some degrees, but it comes with a lot of bugs, so we decide not to show here now, but we will show maybe in the future. So right now, I think that's pretty much the main function, but we have a lot of interesting features that we want to show it to you. So let's open the sandbox first. It's the sandbox developed by ourselves. Let's open up, and we open existing file, this one. As you can see, there are some functions that the official version didn't have, like legacy entity, triggers, tunnel vehicle. These are some functions. Open the. So I'm using a laptop. If you use a more performance computer, you will be a lot faster than what we have seen now. Press Ctrl G. You can see indoor interface, indoor scenes. Here is a place where we place the host area. We place the people here. It's 60 to 9 plane to place the people, and we can change the picture to anything you want. As you can see, we also do some flow graph. Here are some console variables: SSR console, shadow console, and super sampling console. Here are some others console. Here is a console to play an animation. So let's test. Ctrl G, and I press O. You can see the car shows up with a beautiful effect. So export to engine. Get out. Let's open our Virtual Studio system. When open, it will show the scenes you have used, and it will take the last frame of the scenes, so you can immediately know what scenes you want to use. We open this one. As you can see, it's the 6th channel. The first channel is filled with the scenes itself, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This channel you can add the video input or pictures or video, anything you can add to this channel. When I press right mouse here, if you have a hardware video capture card installed, it will show the SDI input or HDMI input. But because this is a laptop, I didn't have this hardware in my computer, so it won't show up. For now, I'd like to use a video to, as you can see, if I click here, it includes some videos. I can drag these videos to this channel. Press open. Oops, people's angle is weird, so I can click this button and rotate to the right angle. I can also do something like this. I can cut the people from different angle. Left cut, right cut. It can cut out something that don't necessarily need it in the picture. Click OK. As you can see, that's pretty much the scenes, and you can see this four little picture. This shows the angle of this four different camera. If I press like this, it will change the direction of the video camera instantly. If I press the F1, F2, F3, F4, for now I choose the F1 and press Ctrl. It will take a smooth change of the camera place and angle, like this. Here it is a little slow because the speed is not very fast. Okay, you can see some interesting effect. If I want to record my video, I will introduce video recording later. For now, we are still exploring. If I use the little keyboard, I use that. I can rotate the camera with different angle like this. If I press O in the keyboard, you can see a very beautiful car melting effect shows up in the scenes. We can evoke the flow graph in the system directly. If I press I, the depth of field effect will become later because I have some setting in it. I can like this change the angle. You can also see there are some video, there are some voice control like this. I can open the right voice, left voice, and I can also make it louder and make it quiet like this. There are also some quite interesting functions like this. If I press, I drag a video here and double click, I can give this video, I can cut this video to a shorter one like this. I give it in, I give it out position, and I can play back. I can add it to the library like this. So you can see it should show up with a lot it was smaller picture. It's just abstract. You can see, double click, it's just abstraction. I press get back, and I can also put a left mouse here. It will show yellow triangle, and I push shift. The video is paused. I push shift again. The video began to play again. I can also add a list to play here, like this. If I right click on it, I can use the playlist. I can add a lot of videos like this. Add some videos. You can see this the information of this video. I can change the videos to up. You can see the swipe the location, and I can also choose to audio, video, and image for the list. For now, I choose the video. Here, it will play the list of the video. That's quite interesting. Let's change back to the people. We are about to introduce the chroma key. A chroma key uses a very unique I will abstract the hair part only. As you can see, the hair itself is pretty clear, and we can even make it clearer because we use a chroma key function. Here is a chroma key interface. We can do a lot of changes, and we can even give it the color, any color we want, like this. Now I change it to white. We can control the intensity, the range of the key, the softness of the key, and the edge of the key, the brightness of the key, and a lot of other settings. So it can make the final result become better, like this. The brightness, a lot of features. Once you have a good setting, you can download it as a model. I save it as a test 02, and you can see our test 02 have already show up here. It's very convenient. You can just drag it to there. That's pretty. They are pretty easy to be used. And here, let's see some other stuff. Here are some other settings for the whole system. I can see we can set the 1080p, 4K, PAL, all kind of the clearness of the video. I can I can download, I can invoke the environment setting here, but we need to get it there it is, PRG. Like I'd like to invoke the, and as you can see, the environment has been changed. You can also have the recording setting. We support the different sides of the recording like this, and different format: MPEG 2, MPEG 4, MPEG 4 with H.264. Okay, so if you want to set a place to record your video, you can click this button. You can give it a name like this: test 01. It will be recorded in this place. Click recording, stop recording, cancel the recording. It will stop the recording and it will cancel the recording. If I press it again, stop recording, the video will show here. You can even see the some of the function like the frame, the resolution, and the format, and if whether it contains with audio like this. And I can see some other thing to talk. Here are some settings for the camera pen, like Sony camera pen or others brand camera pen. You can see we can also set the streaming place. If you add a place to streaming, it will pop out the video to this location, and you can see the rate of the streaming. If you have a good international condition, you can give it higher like this. It can store the streaming as well. These are some settings. So I can also press 0 to give it to the full screen mode. And it also supports the hardware tracking. But for now, we don't have the hardware because I'm using the laptop. So I will show it to you later. And here are some functions that we haven't finished, like open. If I press close, this channel is locked directly entirely. Now I press open, let it play. And if I press PVW, you will see the video is we still can see the video is playing, but since in the sense the video stops playing, but it haven't finished. Our final goal is to if I press PVW, the video disappears. If I play PGM, it will show again. That's our final goal. So that's pretty much the prototype for our video system. And let's go on. And for now, what mistakes we are trying to fix and what functions we want to add in the future. For now, we still have a lot of work to be finished. The work I'm about to do are as follows. I'd like to talk to some bugs first. First one is a shader. The eLum shader has bugs when using its opacity value. A chroma key needs opacity effect to separate small and thin things such like hair and water. But with opacity attribute, eLum shader has weird bugs when interacting with lights, which has shadow enabled and illuminates the model in front of the model, such as the left picture here. Such as the protector and point light will affect and have this kind of bug. With opacity attribute, eLum shader also won't show up correctly when adding depth of field effect, like this. You can see this this divide is not correct and looks weird. That's the main bugs we need to solve, but for now we still have a lot curious about this opacity bugs. To people, since the CryEngine is an engine for gaming, it may not consider the filming era. We want to get rid of the angle of the people. In the CryEngine, it also comes with a people. Entirely, we'll still preserve all the functions we want, but it still occurs sometimes. For now, most of the time the people won't show up, but sometimes it still occurs and that's annoying. We are trying to make it invisible entirely right now. Third, depth of field control. We have almost finished that, and thus we will be able to control the virtual camera's DOF depth of field in virtual system with 3 parameters: focus range, focus distance, and focus amount. For flow graph visualized in Virtual Studio System, we want to give it a place to set the flow graph visualized, and people can see it and control it directly in the Virtual Studio, so users can control the system more easily and clear. 5. More shader effects and shader graph for CryEngine. We want to add shader graph for CryEngine to achieve more flexible effect. For now, the Unreal Engine and Unity, they also support shader graph, and they are very useful in film and FX make. But for now, that is a plan, but won't be very fast because it's a workload, and we are not very familiar with shader parts. So that's a plan, but I won't do very far. That's pretty much everything we want to talk. For now, we just have 9 months development of the Virtual Studio with CryEngine version. So it still comes with some bugs and errors, and a lot of we still have a lot to explore. But we are trying our best to explore and solve the problem, and trying to make it easier to use. That's pretty much everything we want to talk here. If we want to make more progress, we will show up here and share with others. Thanks. See you next time.